Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. We are not going into Kefka's Tower just yet, because I am stupid and there are a couple things that I forgot to do. Well, right now my party consists of Edgar and Mog, and the reason I have these two, Edgar's for a different reason, and Mog is for another reason. But I have Mog with Moogle Charm and Sprint Shoes. That's my whole reason for having Mog, is so I can wear the Moogle Charm and not deal with any enemies. Do you remember, way back in Locke Scenario, I forgot something. Some of y'all probably caught it. People who live and die by this game most likely caught it. And you were probably screaming at the screen, 480, you're stupid, you didn't get this thing. Today is the day. Back here at South Figaro, when we were during Locke Scenario, we had a chance to get something. And I decided to, well, hang on a second. I'll just go ahead and show you. We're going to go to the house of the millionaire who sold South Figaro out. And the lady who has the drafty home. She still hasn't figured out that her house has got a draft. She hasn't figured out where that's coming from. Anyway, we're going to go to that secret passage that we discovered from Winding the Clock. If you remember our Wind the Clock song. Wind the clock, wind the clock. There's our door. And here you can run into the same enemies that we ran in before. And that's why I have Mog with the Moogle Charm, because I don't feel like dealing with them. It's not that they're hard, it's that they're a waste of my time. They're old enemies from the game. I can kill them in one shot, and they give off little to no experience at this point. But you may remember me discovering this cellar and going downstairs. And I found some stuff down here. And you remember I examined this bucket and examined that chest. And then I examined this chest. And then I said something along the lines of, I thought there was something else down here. I guess I was wrong. No, it turns out I was right. But I just didn't realize where it was. It was hiding from me down here. A chest down here that contains a ribbon. So way back in the game, so early on, I could have had access to a ribbon. Something to protect against all status ailments. Oops! It's okay, though. We got it now, and I normally wouldn't go back and get it. I'd just tell you, oh, by the way, I missed a ribbon, but, you know, hey, I kind of want, I mean, you're going to get 4 ribbons total in the game, and I kind of want to get those 4 because, well, the ribbons are awesome like that. So that was my purpose for using Mog. And I got one more thing I want to do. Again, something I kind of, not necessarily forgot, but I didn't know about. And I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of that. And that's the reason why I have Edgar. And in fact, I'm going to show you what Edgar's wearing. He's got a Pearl Lance, a Flame Shield, a Genji Helmet, and a Mirage Vest. And he's got Dragon Boots and Dragon Horn. He's got the Dragoon set up. My purpose for Mirage Vest and that kind of stuff is basically whatever I can do to increase his speed. He's gonna need it here in a second. We're gonna go off to the Colosseum, and we're gonna fight one last battle in the Colosseum. A battle that I could have fought a while ago, but I didn't really think it was worth fighting. Now I'm sure it is. Well, I've beaten the game plenty of times without having to do any of this crap, but I want to do it. So here we are at the Colosseum, and say hello to Ultros one more time. This is going to be the last time we see him. Yes, I would like to fight in the Colosseum. I am going to bet. Hang on, let me organize my equipment because it's all like scattered and in disarray. There we go. Let's see, we are going to bet the Ragnarok. I know what you're thinking. Why would you bet the Ragnarok? It's the best sword in the game. just trust me, okay? Let's save to make sure we do this right. So we fight the enemy Daedalus. I don't know how you say that. And it doesn't tell us what we get out of the deal, but I'll just go ahead and tell you this thing is weak to pearls. So this enemy is weak to pearls. So that's why I have Edgar in the setup he's got. The guy uses some Flare Star attacks every now and then, and that's Fire Elemental, so that's the purpose of the Flame Shield. He could kill Edgar with Flare, stuff like that. Hopefully, as long as Edgar jumps in the air, I should be good. So let's get this going. Another alternative is to use Go-Go and have him do... Okay, Flare, that's probably going to wipe him out. If I do Go-Go and just give him the fight command, it might work. See, the problem here is that... Okay, yeah. Now the air anchor, that's not going to help me unless he does a physical attack. Move and you're dust. Yeah, basically if he moves, he will die. I lost the battle. I lost the battle. If he had done a physical attack, I would have been okay, because the Mirage Vest would have protected against it, and he would have died. So let's try that again. It's a luck-based battle. Your goal is to get Edgar in the air. And the sucky part is that even though he has... That's an insta-kill, isn't it? No, I missed him. See, even though he has Dragon setup, sometimes he still does the fight command. But thankfully he did a fire attack there. Come on, Edgar, jump. Thank you so much. We should have it now. Once he jumps, you should be good, as long as he bounces a couple times. And if you cast Pearl, that's even better. Now, he's taking a while to come down. Come on, bounce. Let's do Pearl. Well, no. I was hoping we'd get to see Pearl. Do not do Flare. Do something. He did Flare. Oh, he's out of MP. Oh, the battle's so mine. And we got the Illumina. Hands down, the best sword in the game. I don't care what anybody says. I wonder what happens if you bet it. I'm actually going to see what happens if you bet it. You notice I made a save state. I'm not actually going to bet the sword. But we are going to see what happens when you bet it. If I can find the darn thing. There it is. Oh, you get the scimitar. No, thank you. The Illumina is so much better. I will show you what the Illumina does. BAM! It's basically the Pearl version of the Ragnarok. It randomly casts Pearl when you use it. It again, like the Ragnarok, uses MP with each strike. I actually figured out the reason why the Ragnarok does that, and the reason why this sword does that is because it's powered by MP. So that's pretty cool. It's also a long-range weapon, and I believe the Ragnarok is too. I didn't know that at first. Yeah, they're long-range weapons, so whoever's wielding it can just stand in the back row all day and slash away. That makes it so much better. The reason I really like it is because of the magic block. That's going to be awesome, especially for the final boss. Although the Ragnarok will work in a pinch, this sword is just a little bit better than the Ragnarok, so either one, whichever one you want. I prefer the Illumina because, I mean, as much as I love the Ragnarok, it's always been my favorite sword of all of Final Fantasy. However, I figure the Illumina, it's Pearl Elemental, it's kind of like its way of... I don't know if it's Pearl Elemental, but it's used a lot with Pearl. I figure it's its way of white magic in the form of a sword, just kicking pure butt. So, there you go. By the way, if you bet the Ultima weapon, actually I didn't want to do that. I believe if you bet the Ultima weapon, you get the Gradius, if I'm not mistaken. I have to, I didn't want to do that. There's a couple weapons you can bet to get a Gradius. And you can also bet weapons to get an air anchor. But I think if you bet... I want to make sure I have the Illumina. I want to make sure I didn't accidentally... Yeah, I got it. So if you bet... Yeah, you get a Gradius if you bet the Ultima weapon. I think there's other weapons you can do to bet the Ultima to get a Gradius too. Anyway, that's all I wanted to show was... Well, not necessarily all I wanted to show, but yeah, that's what I wanted to do was show you the Illumina. That's what I wanted. Yeah, this is going to be a short video. We'll enter Kefka's video in the next... or Kefka's Tower in the next video, which I'll probably upload today just because this is a really short video, so there you go. So here's Kefka's Tower. We'll just park ourselves. Actually, I need to get back onto the airship. Yeah, if you have save states, abuse them for that battle because, you know, it's luck-based. Your goal is to make sure Edgar jumps as quickly as possible. That doesn't always happen. So... I don't need to change party members, I just need to remove everybody. A couple things I want to point out. Well, first off, I went back to the Veldt, and though I didn't find any blue magic or lores for Strago, I did leap at some interesting enemies. Well, I leapt at the magic urns, and I wondered what the magic urns would do if Gaul were to rage them, because they give you elixirs and ethers and that kind of stuff, and I was like, why? Like, that wouldn't be good because Gaul would probably use them out of my inventory. Well, it turns out when you choose that as a rage for Gaul, he'll do physical attacks every now and then, but he'll also be casting Life 3 and or Cure 3 on your team. Now, he's never seems to be able to cast Life 3. It'll say needs MP, but he can cast Cure 3 on himself or on a single teammate or on the whole team. So that's pretty cool. It's an extra little way of healing. That's pretty cool, and to my knowledge, doesn't require any MP. I also leapt at the Tyrannosaur enemies that I showed you, and I would highly, highly, highly recommend doing that, because if you rage the Tyrannosaur enemies, Gaul will do Meteo. And for Gaul, that's pretty good. I mean, it's about the only way. Well, there may be other enemies that cast it and you can rage at them, but it's, you know, that's through Gaul is pretty much the only way you can use that spell, because it's not a spell you can learn from Magicite. It doesn't happen. So, also, I took Celeste to the special magic grinding place, and I made her learn Float and Life 3. I kind of wanted that for Celeste for the final area. Also, I made Realm learn level 3 elementals, Ice 3 and Bolt 3. Bolt 3 is what I wanted. I was kind of wanting that, and she was not going to learn that in the final area. It would have just taken too long, and it's not critical, but it'd just be helpful. Celeste, the way I'm going to play the final area, it will help if Celeste knows Float, and it's just going to be helpful if all the girls know Life 3, so there you go. Anyway, that's enough yabbering for this video. I'm going to touch down on the ground and I'm going to save, and we're going to, in the next video, we're actually going to enter Kefka's tower, and we're going to go through whatever trouble he might throw at us, and we're going to beat that game. It should only take me 3 parts to do it. Oh yeah, one more other thing. I bought up to 99 tinctures. I figured, why not? I probably won't ever use them. Nor will I use the fire skeins and the bolt and water edges. I probably will not use those at all, but, well, there you go. There's really nothing else I can think about, except, oh, and I did discover Sapin does indeed have one more blitz. I may even learn it, but it's not one that I like to use. It's called Spyro. Sorry, Spyroll. Not Spyro. Spyroll. Not to be confused with my purple dragon buddy. Spyroll. What it does is it refreshes the entire team, like up to max HP, at the cost of Sabin's life. And I don't think you can revive him. He like disappears from the team altogether, and his HP is at 0. So he basically sacrifices himself to help the team. So there you go. And also, I missed a dance for Mog. I'm actually going to learn one in the final area that I could have learned elsewhere, but on the floating continent, you could have learned a dance for Mog. I didn't know that much about it, and I didn't care about it. Really, all I wanted in this video was the ribbon and the Illumina. See, I always knew that you could bet the Ragnarok and get the Illumina, but I didn't know the Illumina was actually better than the Ragnarok. I was like, well, why would you want the Illumina? The Ragnarok is the best sword, and no, actually the Illumina is better, and it's going to be awesome. But the ribbon, yeah, that was kind of crucial. Not really crucial, but anyway, I'm talking too much. I bought up to 99 tinctures. There you go. In the next video, we're gonna take on Kefka's tower, and we're gonna take whatever challenges he throws at us. So I hope you stay tuned for that. Until then, I am 480 Volts, and I will see you in the next set of videos.